Shalom, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, shalom to the elect, B'Shem Rachak Wadash. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. This is the apostles video. Vocab Malone is a future prophecy clown. So Vocab Malone appears to not understand prophecy, and specifically about the servants of the Lord are going to eat in the time of Jacob's trouble. So let's listen in.
Vocab Malone has no knowledge when it comes to the scriptures. And I'm specifically talking about Isaiah chapter 65, verse, I believe it's verse 13. Anyway, I was watching it and I wasn't even going to say nothing on it. And these guys that were out there was three individuals out there in England that couldn't really defend it. All they had to do was stay in that particular chapter. And because vocab, and what made me do this is this video right here. So now I got to make a video. Later I'll come back. It says, and I'm pretty sure he's going to answer it. Yes, the curses are an indicator that we are the biblical Israelites. Now I'm going to go into that, but I'm staying at Isaiah chapter 65. I believe that's verse 13. You got to read 13, 14, 15. I believe they went to 15. Vocab came back up to the 13th verse. And to really get the understanding, you have to read from the first verse. And it's talking about the elect, the servants. The servants are the servants of the Most High. That said they're going to eat. And you are not going to eat. You that disobeyed are not going to eat. That's talking about the elect servants of Israel, as opposed to the Israelites that didn't take heed to this truth. And that's a future prophecy. If nobody went up there and told you vocab alone, Isaiah is a prophet. Anytime Isaiah speaks, it's a prophecy, whether it takes place a year from the time he makes it, because there's some prophecies that take place a year or 2 or 10 years later. In the case of Daniel, the prophet, he prophesied concerning the Babylonians and the Persians and the Mede Empire, which he was living in both empires. So really, while he was going through Daniel, the king of Babylon had a dream, and then Daniel had a dream, had a vision. But they were both visions. So Daniel 2 and Daniel 7 pretty much say the same thing. But in Daniel 2, it's a statue with the head of gold. And then Daniel 7, it's a beast, 4 beasts. So when you deal with the first couple of verses, it's talking about the Babylonian Empire, which is not a prophecy. It's already here, but he saw it in the vision. So while he was prophesying about those kingdoms, he was in the midst of the first kingdom and the second kingdom, which is the Babylonian, the Persian and Mede Empire. And then when you read, Daniel 8, Daniel 10, Daniel 10 was during the Medo-Persian Empire. But I'm focusing on Daniel 2, really Daniel 7. So when he spoke about the Persian and Mede Empire, he was prophesying, and he was still living when that prophecy came to pass. The Persian Mede Empire, the bear standing on one side with 3 ribs in his mouth. So he was living during that time. Now, during the time of Alexander the Greek, we say Alexander the Greek, it speaks about the leopard. That was Alexander. Daniel was not living at that time. So that was years after, about 300 years after. Let's say 300 years after. Babylonians was about 600 years BCE. The Greeks came about, Alexander, Philip of Macedonia came about around 300 some odd BC. I'm not going to go on exact numbers. So he prophesied something that was going to happen 300 years in the future from the point of Daniel. The beast that was different from all the rest, they came on the scene about 65 BC. 65 BC. Now understand that prior to that, they'll say, well, wait a minute, the Romans were around before that. Yes, they were, but they were Japhetic people. When Esau came in on the scene, that was about approximately 665 BCE. And then you also saw the end of the Roman Empire, the beast that obviously came back. That's in Revelation 13, deadly wound being healed. He hit with a deadly wound, and behold, he was healed. That's the Roman Empire all over again. I did videos showing you that the founding forefathers, that when they built D.C., the capital and so forth, and the buildings around it, that was in a place called Rome, Maryland, and it was on lot 666. The capital was built on Capitol, which is called Capitol Hill. In Rome, it was called Capitoline Hill. So guess what? This is Rome all over again. The capital of Rome is now in America. The first capital was Rome, Italy. When you go into the 1,000 years that they were down, it came back. It came out of Spain, and then it was given to America. So the last 500 years was given to America, right? So you don't understand prophecy. So now let's go back to Isaiah chapter 65. I'm not going to read it. I'm going to make this quick, and I may come back.
Well, I'll read it. Isaiah 65 and 13 says, "Thus saith Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry." He's talking to the Israelites. "Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but ye shall cry for sorrow heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord Yahweh shall slay thee, and shall call his servants by another name." Yeah, we, Yahweh Shai Radzah, are the chosen, the elect. All right, the Israelites that are not going to be saved are that not of the elect. So the elect are going to be special. All right, it's going to be like they're not even Israelites. "And you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for Yahweh, Lord Yahweh shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name." All right, the elect, Yahweh Shai Radzah, we are considered special above the rest of the Israelites that are not going to be delivered. All right, let's finish the apostles video.
Isaiah 65 and 13, I believe it's the 13th verse. It says, my servants shall eat, but you will not eat. But wait a minute, aren't you guys under the curses of Deuteronomy where you're not going to eat? First of all, we're going to eat. If you're in captivity under the curses, you still eat. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 47 on down. You can start at 43, but 43 to going into 50, 52, 53, whatever. And to the end, it's talking about the curses. It said that everything we get, we're going to get it from him. The clothes that we wear, the food that we eat. So we're going to eat even though we're under curse. It says in Ezekiel chapter 4, it speaks about we will eat our defiled food. How's it say? We shall eat
we should eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles. And you see, Vocab Malone is an idiot. Just because we're under a curse, it doesn't mean we're not going to be redeemed. The whole point of the curse is to punish us, not for our total destruction. So the elect are going to come back from the curses and going to be blessed and saved. That's how it works. You don't remain in the curse perpetually. You eventually, the curse gets lifted when we get defended in the time of Jacob's trouble. We just don't perpetually receive the curses and then we die. All right. Well, if you're not of the elect, that's what happens, and then you're reborn in the kingdom, because even the 2/3 will be reborn in the kingdom. All right. The 2/3 that's going to be slaughtered. That's going to be considered. They're going to die the death of the uncircumcised, and the elect are going to be called the elect, special, above the rest of the Israelites. The 2/3 have a different designation than the 1/3 and the 144,000. All right. The 1/3, 144,000 are the elect special people above the rest of the Israelites. Now, all Israel is going to be eventually be saved, but 2/3 are going to die and be put to death in America, and you're going to have a certain number outside of America that's going to perish also.
We shall eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, meaning under the curses, we're going to eat, but we're going to eat defiled foods. Like now, we're all eating GMO foods. You can't get around it. You're breathing GMO air. So you were saying, well, wait a minute. If you're under the curse, why are you joyful and happy and this, that? Matter of fact, let me go to it, man. And Vocab Malone is a clown. Vocab, nobody in GMS, and I'll say it in behalf of the other camps out there, the One Westers. Nobody. IUIC it totally ignores you. And we try to work with you, but you can't see it. We done broke things down, man. You are not equipped to deal with us, my nigga. Are you Italian, motherfucker? Now they might cut this shit off, so you're a racist. Man, fuck you devils, man. Anyway, but you can say the N-word, you know? Don't say the J word. Anyway, let's go to that real quick. Okay, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, my servant. If you read from the first verse, you look up the word servant. Servant also means servant of the Most High, a prophet, one of the elect. And this is referring to, this is getting ready to happen. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh the Most High, behold, my servants shall eat, the elect shall eat, but ye, the ones of you that didn't take heed, shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, which is eating, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Ultimately, we're going to rejoice. Well, wait a minute. How can you rejoice when you're under the curses? We're coming out of the curses. This is yet to happen. Because as you read down, you got the headlines there. It said new heavens and a new earth. So this right here is the beginning of the new heaven and the new earth. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, because we see this man going down. And ye, which are the ones that disobedient, shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. In other words, we're telling you to Israelites, you're throwing it back in our face. No, we're Kemetic. That he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the Most High of truth. Ultimately, we're going to be blessed. And he that sweareth in the earth shall swear by the Most High of truth, because the former troubles are forgotten. Us being in hardcore slavery, chattel slavery, that's former. That's forgotten. Hardcore troubles are forgotten. The chattel slavery, that's former. That's forgotten. And because they are hid from mine eyes. Then it says new heavens and new earth. Right away, Revelation 21 should come up. For behold, I create new heavens and new earth, and the former shall be. That's why we're going to be happy. Because when all hell breaks loose, when the famine comes, we're going to be eaten. And our Israelites that didn't want to take heed, they're going to catch hell. And ultimately, that's going to lead into the kingdom. But anyway, I said, that's all I'm going to do. With that, I think I did enough. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Learn the scriptures, clown.
All right. Says, and you shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. All right. For Yahweh shall slay thee and shall call his servants by another name. Yeah, like the apostle said, that they reject the word. All right. So they're going to be put out the camp and be slaughtered. All right. When you put out, you're subject to destruction, danger in the wilderness. Like you put out the main camp and you go into the wilderness, there's death out there, poisons, wild beasts, animals. You're gonna leave, being an Israelite. You're still technically an Israelite, but you're not going to be saved. All right. Only the Lord's people, let's say the true Israel, so to speak, the Israel of Yahweh, the Israel of God, Yahweh is the father, Yahweh Shah is the son. All right. And then when they're put to death, they're going to be reborn in the kingdom. So all of Israel is eventually going to be saved, but 2/3 are going to die the death of the uncircumcised. They're going to die like they're a heathen. All right. This is Psalm 72 and 12. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also in him that hath no helper. Shalom. Hope you edified. To next lesson.